Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of QG Diaries, a program on Quranology Television QGTV. Today marks the second half of Ramadan 2015, which is day 16. And today we will thematically return to the beginning of this series. Now, in the beginning of the series, we asked the question, why should we read Quran? In today's episode, we will ask the question, how best to read Quran? Now, this is quite interesting, even in the circles of traditional Islamic scholarship, the ulumul Quran or the sciences of Quran. One of its principle is Al-Quran yufassiru ba'dahu ba'd, which means parts of the Quran explains other parts. And tafsirul Quran bil Quran, or the exegesis of the Quran based on the Quran, is a key principle in even traditional Islamic scholarship. The only thing is, I don't believe they have practiced it in the way that it was meant to be practiced. I mean, they probably just mentioned it. Most of traditional Islamic scholarship explains Quran via Sunnah, Hadith, or just classical tafsir, exegetical literature. However, I do believe that Quran has an entire theory of exegetical principles, how best to explain it. And it tells you about itself. And that is a key feature in Quran, self-reference. Now, it's something when, assuming somebody asks about Mr. X, and you have a number of people saying, well, Mr. X is this, Mr. X is that, etc., etc. But if you speak to Mr. X himself, then you will get the best description of Mr. X according to Mr. X. And he's the man himself. That's who you want to talk to, Mr. X. In the same way, Quran has many verses which relate back to itself. Obviously, the word used is Quran there. It says this Quran, the Quran, Quran. So it tells you Quran says this, Quran says that about itself. Unfortunately, for us to expound on the entire thing, it will require a whole presentation, and even then I can't be sure that I've covered every angle. But suffice it to say, for the purposes of this video, there are 3 words which I feel you need to explore in order to build the key principles of interpreting the Quran via the Quran. These 3 key words are Quran, Kitab, and Furqan. Let's begin with Kitab. Now, in colloquial or even modern standard Arabic, Kitab means book or writ, something you write. Now, when you write something, obviously you have to arrange it according to syntax. So you say, for example, the cat sat on the mat. If you said the mat sat on the cat, that would mean something else. And probably not very pleasant for the cat as well. So in this way, Quran says it is a kitab. That means every sentence, every passage, every chapter, every group of chapters, they are all arranged in a particular way so as to give us the optimal delivery of the message. That is the characteristic of Quran as kitab. Quran also calls itself Quran, obviously. And the word Quran means reading, but it can also mean coagulation. And indeed, that is what you do when you read. You coagulate everything. From beginning to end, you bring everything together and you produce a meaningful outcome. So when you read Quran, all those things which are neatly arranged, you bring them together and you can get a meaningful result. And that's what I mean by the B2B reading. Bismillah to Bismillah. Bring everything together and you will get the result. The last word which we discussed today is Furqan. Furqan means to separate between two. Yeah. So when you read Quran, watch for the subtle differences. I love to give this particular example. The terms human, the concepts of human association in Quran. Terms like ummah, nation, Qawm, people, Ali, etc., etc. There are over 30 of them. Now, why are there over 30 of them? Because the author of Quran, whom we believe to be Allah, He wishes for us to understand the subtle differences between his concepts. So these are the terms I feel you should start with when you explore the notion of Tafsirul Quran bil Quran, the interpretation of Quran based on Quran. Please be assured that this is a lifetime process, and inshallah we will all gain fruitful results. Happy blessed day of fasting. See you tomorrow. Bye.